Aaa Buggy Rides, Kitchen Kettle Village. This is my friend Ruben, and he owns the Aaa Buggy Rides. Best buggy rides you can ever have in all of Lancaster. Where we're at, can you tell us a little bit about your wonderful business that you have here?
We are in the Kitchen Kettle Village in the neat town of Intercourse. We have the only buggy ride that goes through a real covered bridge on a backcountry road. Come ride with one of our Amish drivers and they'll enlighten you about their lifestyle and about the local culture. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Ruben.
It's a pleasure.
Now take a video of the buggy ride and see how wonderful it is. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
While we're on the buggy, this is going to be fun, right, Lisa?
Oh, this is really great, and what a beautiful day to go on a horse and carriage ride right through Lancaster County. It is beautiful out today.
So nice to bring your family on a buggy ride through the countryside, looking at all the farms here in Lancaster. Just a wonderful experience.
It really is a great way to get a look at all the farms and see how the Amish people live out here. It's just incredible.
Remember, Aaa Buggy Rides. Out in the Kitchen Kettle Village in Lancaster. You have to come.
Beautiful. Bring your family.
There you go.
All right.
A sergeant soldier.
What are they?
Sergeant. So sergeant's the one on the left and soldier's on the right.
Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful.
My name's Ben. Any questions, we'll be free to ask. Where are you folks from?
Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island.
Not too far, about 2.5, 3 hours. But it seems like culture is away out here.
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
And it's God's country out here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful today, especially.
What a day. Would you ever think this is February? It's incredible.
Kind of hard to believe. Area right here, after this building here on the left, for the next 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to have everything Amish homes and farms. It's kind of an unusual area that we have. People are living right around here. That's why you don't see any electrical wires up ahead.
No electric, wow. So they have absolutely no electric in their homes?
No, not in the homes.
So in the summer when it gets very hot, what do they just have fans? No, they don't
Well,
have it either.
yeah, some of them have fans, but a lot of the old houses will have shade trees, or oftentimes they have a basement. If you go down the basement, you know, it's cool down there.
Right.
And oftentimes, there's 2 stories, you know why. The bottom story doesn't get as hot as the second one. And here to the left, you see those tubes there. That's where a lot of the hay is stored nowadays. That's a big plus for the farmers. That way they can store that hay in there. It don't have to be dry, don't have to put it in the barn, and it doesn't spoil in there. And there to the right, you see that big round structure. That's also a big plus for farmers nowadays. That's where they can store their manure. That manure from the cows flows into that holding area, and that's the holding area. And that guy there, he has a big one, so he can hold for a half a year and spread it on the fields. And the big plus of that is that's very high in nitrogen, and that's what you need to grow corn. So, like this guy here, he probably don't have to buy any fertilizer for his corn because he got enough of that stuff right there.
How many acres is this farm?
Roughly 60 to 80 acres is what our farms are.
Wonderful.
And these farms have been established a long time already because our ancestors come here in this area in about 1790. Now this is one of the largest populations that we have in Lancaster County. It's close to 30,000 of Florida Amish right now. It's the leading population for the counties, but it is not the leading for the state. Ohio has more than we do. Then Pennsylvania is number 2 and Indiana is number 3. But county-wise, we're number 1 for population. And you see a lot of large houses. That's because there's usually 2 families living in that same house.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, for the children, most of them are homeschooled, or?
No, in about the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we'll come by a one-room schoolhouse, and I'll point that out to you.
And do they all, like every grade is together, I heard in the book?
From grade 1 to 8 in there, yeah.
Wow, that's great.
It's wonderful.
Usually with one teacher.
With one teacher, which is great.
But sometimes if there's more, usually it's around like 15 or 20 scholars. Sometimes it's up to 25 or so. Then oftentimes they'll probably have a helper several days a week. That originally was a public school when I was a boy. I was born in 1952. Back in them days, private schools weren't heard of. So I went to public school. My younger brothers and sisters, they went to private.
This is a one-room schoolhouse.
This is what happened in 1963. That's the year they made a federal law, no more Bible reading and Lord's Prayer in our schools.
Which is terrible.
A lot of people were very upset about that, not just us. So right around that time, we were starting our own schools. Now we have our own schools. I think they have right around 150 in Lancaster County right now. But like I said, that was a public school. And then the Amish and Mennonites fought about all the public schools, but we built a lot since. But we still have to follow the state laws on our school systems. 180 days of school. We just start about the same time, but we'll complete a lot sooner because we don't take as many holidays. About the only holidays we take is like our religious holidays, Christmas and Easter, and very seldom a snow day. Of course, this year was no problem, but sometimes if it is snow days, you know, if the teacher can get there, we're going to have school. So very seldom we have to miss a school day.
Do you teach about the Bible and Jesus?
Yes, in our schools we have that. That's
wonderful, right. Wonderful.
So the religion mostly of the Amish is Christian.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It looks like they have a half-day school today. It looks like they're leaving.
Oh, look at that. They're in school. How nice.
Our schools are based a whole lot on the way they had it back in them days. Our lessons are very similar, and the school structures are about the same. But you see they have an LP gas tank outside. That's what they use for heat nowadays. But years back, about every schoolhouse had a coal stove. But now most of them have LP.
This is the Amish one-room schoolhouse.
You can slide those windows open if you want to.
Thank you.
You also have your own doctors?
No, we don't get into medical doctors. We might have some of our own chiropractors and things like that. But once it gets into medical and things like that,
that's amazing.
We don't get involved.
Having lunch outside, that's so nice. Hello.
How beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's a teacher.
They're the teachers, and they're having a wonderful lunch outside. This is God's country. It's so beautiful.
It really is.
Just beautiful.
My one granddaughter goes.
I hope you enjoyed that tour as much as I did. It was fantastic. You have to come, bring your family. Aaa Buggy Rides out here in Lancaster in the Kitchen Kettle Village.
Bye-bye.
I want to thank you so much. That buggy ride was amazing. If anyone is ever in Lancaster, please come to the Aaa Buggy Rides out here in the Kitchen Kettle Village. You will enjoy yourself. Thank you, Ben, so much.
Thanks.
Good
day.
We learned so much, so many things about the Amish culture and people. And it was thanks to you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
When you visit the Kitchen Kettle Village, you have to come to AAA Buggy Rides. Best buggy rides in all of Lancaster.